Hey, I know I look crazy, but whoever watching this, thank you so much for watching my show, the Coliseum Sports Show, where I call them as I see them. And this Saturday has just been a crazy day. And you can see I've been rubbing my head, doing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is enjoying today because it's a great day of college football. I haven't made too many like college football videos, but we gotta go over all of these great games. And at the end, I'm gonna tell you guys who I have for the college football playoffs, because it only makes sense in my opinion. And hopefully, I think tomorrow or Monday, the people will agree with me, because I think it just makes sense. So let's go over what happened on Saturday, I believe. I mean Friday. What happened Friday or Thursday? One of the two. But it was Washington versus Oregon. Washington is the number 3 team in the nation. Oregon, number 5 team in the nation. Washington ended up beating Oregon and finishing 13-0. There's 3 teams that finished 13-0, okay? This is one of them, all right? And that's Washington. Washington beat Oregon 34-31. Penix went for 319 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. But that was a great game, phenomenal game. I've watched Washington outscore and survive team after team after team after team, and they pulled it out, man. They play some big name teams. So I really like Washington. Let's go on to the next game. The next game that I watched was, and it was early on in the day. That would be Texas versus Oklahoma State. And man, I really, if you know me, I actually wanted to play for Oklahoma State. I actually went on a recruiting visit. I was this close to like being a walk-on if they didn't want to offer me. But Oklahoma State, they ended up killing a baby Longhorn. Hell no. Hell no. That's what I was like, man. I hope Texas stomp a mud hole in their ass. I'm just being real with you. Because you just killed the baby cow for no reason, dog. You just ended his life for no reason and you got beat like that? Texas number 7 in the nation beating number 18 Oklahoma State. You knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That's why you just had to torture that little baby cow like that. They ended up beating them, let's see here. What, Oklahoma State? It don't even matter. I don't even have it down, but they beat them. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. They ended up beating them. It was bad, like 40-20. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have did it. So they ended up finishing the season, Texas, that is 12-1. The next game that I watched today was Alabama versus Georgia. And this was a very good game up until the end, where Alabama just does what they do best. Once they're up and it's like the last 5 minutes, run the ball, torture them. You can't do nothing about it. It just is what it is. We're up and you ain't gonna win. And man, Jalen Milroe, it was such a success story, because you know he got benched the 3rd week in like a tsunami. I don't know if y'all watched that game. It was like a damn tsunami. What you want from him? You know what I'm saying? They wanted him to still be throwing like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady or something. I don't know what you want from Milroe. But anyway, he finished the season and he finished strong in this game. He had a very good game. It was 13-23, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and 29 rushing yards, all right? The last game that I watched, and it was, well, actually, I didn't watch the Michigan versus Iowa game, but they just destroyed them. I didn't think it was going to be too much of a game, so I didn't watch it. I know they had lower ratings, you know what I'm saying, because they probably scored on the first drive or two. It was 26-0. So Michigan, number 2, they finished 13-0. That's the other team that finished without any losses. And they beat a ranked team in 16 in Iowa. The last game of the day was FSU, that's Florida State, if y'all don't know, they're ranked number 4, going against Louisville, the 14th ranked team. And that was really a snooze fest, man. Louisville, they're so dang bad, bro. They missed like 2 deep balls that was going to be set them up right in the field goal range. They tried to go for it when they could have just kicked the field goal. They ended up getting an interception in the end zone, chance after chance after chance they had, and they just squandered it. FSU, their defense is real. I do like them, even though they were caught slipping. Louisville just could not capitalize, and they kept just missing opportunity. But their defense is real. You can see Verse, whoever his name is, he real. He real. He destroying them big men. Come on now. But they ended up winning 16-6. And let me tell you something about this game, man. The telltale, and you know what's sorry, the total yards for FSU was 219 yards to Louisville's 188 yards. That was so trash. And just to give you I gave you Milroe earlier, right? Milroe alone had 192 yards passing. Him alone had more than Louisville by himself. and he had 29 rushing yards. Come on. You want to put FSU in there, bro? Heck no. If today's game is any indication of what you gonna see, are you gonna put them in there? I do not want to see that. What you gonna put them in there to lose? We don't want to see that. We want to see some bombs over Baghdad. We want to, see some explosions, some, what I'm saying? Like, come on, don't do us like that, baby. But it was just a game where it's just like, all right, maybe they might score this time. They might, maybe they'll just kick the field goal, and they just didn't want to kick the field goal. They didn't want to do this. They just could not capitalize. It was a sad game. They went out sad. Louisville went out sad because FSU was not all that. Their offense is a snooze fest. Their defense is nice, but they even got caught slipping, so I don't want to see them in the playoffs. So let's just go ahead and go over the teams that I have actually making the playoffs and who should be in the playoffs, okay? The teams that I believe that should be in the playoffs. Let's go with these undefeated teams for one. In Michigan, they deserve it. They are a good team. They beat team after team. Or a good Ohio State, a good Penn State, good Iowa State. They ranked 16. They got the resume. They got the record. Let's get it. And they have everybody healthy. They have a good running game, a good quarterback, a good defense. They got it. And they're undefeated, 13-0. I don't need to say that anymore. The other 13-0 team that made it and should be in there, in my opinion, and I don't know why they aren't being taken serious. I have no clue. Can somebody inform me what's going on with that? They got Michael Penix. He can spin the ball. Do you not know Bo Nix in Oregon and how real that is? They stay on like ahead of the chains. I don't know if you ever heard of staying ahead of the chains, but it's very hard to get them behind the chains because they are a well-oiled machine. And if they get rolling, Lord help you. So I think Washington should be in there. So Michigan, Washington, these are both 13-0 teams, and they deserve it. Everybody's healthy, and they everything, they're as advertised. The other team that should make it is Texas, because what did they beat? They beat Alabama, and who did Alabama beat today? The number one team. So come on, let's keep it real, dog. So we got Michigan, we got Washington, we got Texas with the one-loss team. The other team that should be in there should be out of Alabama and Georgia. And that's just being real because either one of those teams can beat Florida State. And that's just how I see it, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should have Michigan, Washington, Texas, and whoever the committee chooses out of Alabama and Georgia and toss it up. They should come together, flip a coin, or have a boxing match in the back between Milroe and whoever the starting quarterback is for Georgia. I haven't been watching because they're just going to win. They are a good team. We're not going to act like Georgia's not a good team. We ain't here for that. We call it as we see them. Every time I see him, it's usually the tight end just taking over the game. He's like a baby Gronkowski or something. The boy's unstoppable. Let's just keep it real. Call it as we see it. But, yeah, I don't want to see no Florida State in there to just get bounced out. I want to see the four best teams. Yes, you have the record, but you are not one of the four best teams. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break y'all hearts. We got to call it as we see them. And I'm going to keep saying that because I got these glasses on and they tick. My glasses are tick. So I see very well. I got the screen too. I was watching on my phone. I was up on that thing all day. Come on now. So tell me what y'all think. As I say again, we're going to go over one more time. I got Michigan, the 13-0. Washington, the other 13-0 team. Texas, the team that beat Alabama, and Alabama who beat the number one team. So after Texas, I want the winner, whoever the committee decides out of Georgia and Alabama, which I believe it should be Alabama. Let's have a rematch between Texas and Alabama. Let's have Michigan and Washington go at it. Oh, my God. That's the two South teams going against and the two North teams. Come on. And then we'll have the North versus the South. You know what I'm saying? The cold versus the warm. Because right now I'm in Georgia. It's like 71 degrees at night. That's crazy, ain't it? It's warmer than it was during the day. It's crazy. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. Hey, like, share, subscribe, man. Tell me how y'all feel, man. Get up in them comments, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's converse about this, man. We football people, sports people, dog. Hook 'em horns, though, man. Shout out to the Undertaker, man. I see you handing that belt to my boy, yours. You know what I'm saying? Yours, you better step it up. Stop playing with me. You better stop playing with me, dog. You be having me scared and all that. Hey, finish them out. Put your foot on their neck. Anyway, hook 'em horns. Shout out college football, man. It's beautiful, baby. And y'all better let Texas in there because they beat Alabama, and Alabama beat the number one team. So it's only right. And put them 13-0 teams that then went through there and in the power conferences, put them in there. Stop playing with me. Let's get it.